A few moments ago, official information was released here to the effect that the German Air Force went out scouting for the enemy in the course of the afternoon. In the northern part of the North Sea, probably somewhere between the British and the Norwegian coasts, British reports had indicated tonight that a sea battle was raging, but no confirmation is obtainable from German sources. All we could ascertain here was considerable air activity, which led to an attack of German bombers on both British and French naval units. Preliminary reports received by wireless say that 2 battleships and 2 heavy British cruisers were damaged by heavy German bombs, while 1 ship seems to have suffered engine trouble and another one was burning. Over a wide expanse of water there is oil flowing heavily, indicating that the encounter must have been of quite an impact. The sea is said to be stormy. About midnight, the German Army High Command announced that all military outposts on the Norwegian coast, particularly Narvik, the port far up north, Stavanger, Trondheim, Bergen, Kristiansand, and Oslo, were in the hands of German troops and under complete control. Only Oslo and Kristiansand, the report said, had offered a certain resistance which had been broken by force of arms. Of particular importance is the remark in this Army report saying that fresh German troops and supplies are being rushed up north to reinforce the contingents already there, which seems to indicate that Germany tries to enforce her position throughout the Norwegian territory, as she is well aware that a counter-move of the British and the French, which might lead to the landing of troops of the Western powers on Norwegian soil, must be considered as a serious possibility. That the British and the French have taken up the challenge is also indicated by the reports previously referred to about the heavy naval and air engagements already in progress, but the German public is optimistic regarding the outcome. German military writers exhaust their adjectives in praising the brilliancy of the operations completed so far. In all the editorials, special emphasis is laid on the fact that such a considerable distance as that between German Baltic ports and the northern tip of the Scandinavian peninsula could be covered within what is described as an incredibly short time, and the speed of the occupation is taken to indicate that once more Germany has proved her superiority in taking the initiative at the proper moment. From Norway, little transpires here, and it is impossible to check the information that trickles through. All day long, it has been impossible to phone through to Oslo. Even Norwegians residing in Berlin were unable to get in touch with their families at home. German reports late tonight say that a new Norwegian government was formed under the leadership of the head of the Conservative Party there, whose name is given as Vidkun Quisling. This new government is said to have established contact with the German authorities, which would seem to indicate that a compromise of some sort may be reached. But no news has been obtained here so far as to the fate of the previous Norwegian government, which had left the capital city earlier in the day. Evacuation of Oslo has been definitely stopped, as there seems no danger prevailing any longer, at least for the time being. The Oslo police chief has issued a proclamation to the people asking them to go after their daily tasks as usual, and that those who fled from the city in the first panic should return without fear. Hello, NBC. This concludes our present broadcast. We'll be on the air later on tonight. Max Jordan now returns you to the National Broadcasting Company.
You have just heard a report on the European war as given by NBC representative Max Jordan speaking from Berlin. He was heard in the United States via RCA Communications. This is the National Broadcasting Company.